Mark Malone along with Steve Perino, our fly fishing host. And Steve, the 2003 Great Outdoor Games are being held nearly 3,000 miles away from where they were held last year. How's that going to affect this competition?
Well, apart from being obviously very different waters, back in Lake Placid, they started to get to know the fishing area. Here, they've got no idea, and as a testament to the organizers and the secrecy they've kept, some of the anglers staying in Reno, some up in Lake Tahoe, 70 miles away. We didn't want to leave our competitors completely hanging, so we told them the Truckee River, you know, the one that runs through the Reno-Tahoe area. Could it be right here at the headwaters? No, it's way too small. But we needed a way to get you to the famous source of the Truckee. Lake Tahoe. This is one of the cleanest alpine lakes you'll find anywhere in the world. Even has its own color, Tahoe blue. Now the reason you can see almost 70 feet into the water here is because it's basically nutrient free. This is a place of little food and few fish, historically. Today here on Fanny Bridge in Tahoe City, California, you can see that has changed. This is the true beginning of the Truckee River. Illegal to fish here though, and oddly enough, can't swim with the fish. But we have 110 more miles of river to consider, so let's roll. Still pretty sterile here, but with each passing mile comes more food and more fish. So here, about halfway between Reno and Tahoe, you'd expect bigger fish. Today, anyway. It used to be that trout didn't reside here at all, but there were some beefy visitors, the behemoth Lahontan cutthroat. As late as the early 1900s, these 40-plus pound fish lived at either end of the river, in Lake Tahoe and down in Pyramid Lake, and they'd push into the Truckee to spawn, but then dash. Now, the folks in Reno wanted fishing year-round. Why wouldn't you? So, as early as the 1890s, they introduced rainbow and brown trout. And today, that's what most of our anglers are likely to find. Fish they know in a place they don't. Somewhere in the shadow of Reno before it terminates into Pyramid Lake. Last thing, the original strain of Lahontan giants from Pyramid Lake is extinct, but its smaller Lahontan cousin still roams those waters. Now, in an effort to get those fish again spawning naturally in the river, they introduced 2,200 of them into this general region, which includes our competition water. They range between 18 and 25 inches. Now, a few have been caught in recent weeks, otherwise their whereabouts remain something of a mystery.
We are now at liberty to reveal our competition water. It's less than a 10-minute drive west from downtown Reno. Ha! The 2-mile stretch is broken into 6 beats, each with similar amounts of holding water. The anglers get a couple hours to peruse the beats to see if they can decipher the ones holding the most fish, or at least that big old gold medal fish. Again, this is the first look, so the idea here, leave no stone unturned. Take notes and match your best research with the now revealed secret waters. But there's nothing lucky about getting your section and time of choice. First choice goes to the top caster, last place gets no choice at all. There are 4 scoring elements to the casting, but none gets people fired up like the distance cast. Now, never has a century mark been reached in these games. This year, 7 anglers busted 100 feet, and Huckin' Chuck Farneth went 15 feet beyond his 105-foot fly line. But a majority of the possible points are scored in the technical cast, starting with 900 in the tight loop cast. That's where Mike McFarland assumed an almost 400-point lead.
We had a lot of wind during the distance casting, which helped the anglers. Now that they're on the water with some more technical casts, it is in their face and it's working against the anglers.
And this was no time to blow it. Almost half of the points were still on the line. Whitney McDowell was near perfect in the line management cast, getting 8 of the 900 points by dancing her fly through the series of gates. Then, bam, nailed the bullseye in the last cast in her target shots. But it was not enough to hold off the sharpshooting Chris King and Mike McFarland. As head judge Justin Tackett announced the standings, it was pretty clear that the morning was the flight of choice. For them, it was up at dark 30 the next day to get ready to fish the cool hours of Flight A between 6 and 9 a.m. Fishing Section 1, Matt Stadina of Stockbridge, Vermont. On Section 2 is Redding, California's Chris King. Here on 3 is Foster Hetherington of Brandon, Vermont. Our only female angler, Whitney McDowell of Denver, Colorado, is on 4. And the lone Midwesterner, Kevin Beegler from Mound, Minnesota, is on Section 5. And on Section 6, Chuck Farneth of Little Rock, Arkansas, making his 4th appearance at these games. The golden rule of our one-fish competition is that the longest fish wins. Once an angler thinks they have the winning fish, they have to stop fishing. Throw another cast, and you start from scratch. For a catch to be legit, anglers use only one hook at a time, and that hook has to be barbless. They're allowed 3 rods, which their caddy can keep at the ready, but can't re-rig. What the caddy can do is hand over equipment, offer information, and provide moral support, but that is about it. Everything else is up to the angler, and the crux of this competition is that all results are kept completely confidential until the very end. So, the name of this game, assess your competition and the fishing conditions, then do whatever you think it takes to win, short of small explosives.
Good, more bushwhacking.
I have had what felt like 2 hits, but if they were very small fish.
You going upstream some, Foss, or you keep coming down?
Just trying to figure out the riverbed and where I can stand without drowning.
It's the competition winner. A little rainbow.
Oh, woohoo!
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. He knows.
Nice wild brown.
No measure?
Nah. That's a good start, huh? That's a little better.
Looks like Lahontan cutthroat food. There's a thought. Maybe we'll see one after all. Don't go away. We'll be right back to the waters of the Truckee River. Thanks, Mark. So far, the first hour of fishing has produced more questions than answers. 2 fish caught, none measured. All 6 of our anglers still on the water with 2 hours to go.
All right, baby, come on.
You're doing fabulous.
There we go.
I know there's big fish in here. It's a matter of getting them to take it.
Looking at the top of this from the railroad tracks up there, when we looked at the river, I just knew this was stuffed full of fish. I can't seem to pull one out of there yet this morning.
I'll be darned. Little guy, head shaker.
Well, it's a start.
We got a few fish rising. This is the perfect time right now to try and play the rising trout. As it gets warmer, they may slow down.
Come on, baby, down.
We can't measure that thing. Well, about 10 minutes, I'll get all the way back out there and do it again.
Oh! Now I'm feeling better. Second wind, baby, come on. Wake up, boys. It's amazing what a little 8-inch fish will do for your attitude.
There's a ton of caddis. Have you tried a Z-wing yet?
No.
Maybe a caddis will get us something a little larger.
You're all right. Get it in there. Put a little bit of weight on there.
Many of the anglers reported landing numerous and larger trout up and down the river prior to Reno's recent heat wave. So, goose eggs for now, the kind of thing that'll make you nutty.
Rally time.
But for a glimpse of the folks who are nuts to begin with, we head out to Bill Clement, who's at tree topping. Thanks, Bill. Back on the Truckee River, 2 hours down, 1 left, and all our anglers are still on the water. For more on their frustration, we send you down to Chris King, who's with himself.
We're here with Chris King on section 2. Chris, the morning's not treating you very well. You put up a big 0. How do you feel about that?
Be nice to even raise a fish.
Truckee 1 and Chucky none.
Yep. Ah! Super fragilistic expialidocious. God. Ah!
Well, better to have lost a fish at the Great Outdoor Games than to never have competed at all. That would be the case for Foster Hetherington if not for an event 2 years ago. Before it, he chased money in the world of high finance. After it, he turned builder and professional guide. Now he happily chases fish like he used to do with his big brother Pete.
I would say that Peter was probably the kindest person I knew. The kind of person who, without thinking, would offer money to a homeless person on the street. We gave him a brand new set of Nikes he had bought, $80 pair of shoes to a guy who didn't have shoes. And the difference is that Peter did that without thinking. My relationship with my brother has always been excellent, but really about the age of 18, Peter, without question, became my best friend. Fly fishing was an avenue by which we could spend time alone and just go have good quality time together. And then, you know, Pete died on 9/11. He was on United Flight 175, which was the second plane to hit the towers. And that was it. It just changed my life. September 19th is my wife and I, Janine and I, our anniversary. Peter died on the 11th. The memorial was held on the 19th. 5 days after he died, we conceived with our first child. And then, you know, fortunately, you know, moving into June, you know, James is born. And the cycle of life, it is the single most amazing thing I've ever witnessed. First competition I ever was in the Eastern Qualifier, and I picked up Pete's rod from Rachel, who was his wife, about 5-6 days before I went down to the competitions. I had never casted it before I went to the competition. And I definitely like to think there was karma, and I believe there was.
With an invitation to the Great Outdoor Games, Foster Hetherington with a 22 1/4 inch fish.
In the competition we had out here for the fly fishing, you know, I didn't even try distance casting with this until a week ago.
117 feet in 10 inches. Woo!
I can feel this rod. Like, there are a lot of rods that I don't connect with. There's a lot of love all the way around. I love the rod, my brother loved me. So I couldn't have asked for a better friend. Couldn't ask for a more wonderful brother. When Pete died, I did not have a regret. There wasn't one thing in our relationship that went unsaid, and I'm grateful for that.
You want this rod?
Nope, fishing Pete's rod. Unless I break it, I'm fishing it until the end.
"55 minutes, Matt." Oh, fish, 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 fish.
Woo! About 8.5.
8.5.
8.5.
25 minutes. So that means I fished for 2.5 hours, caught 3 fish.
Average 10 inches. We don't want to go home with 0.
We're gonna call it good right there. 8.5 for old King Big Fish himself.
Should we count it?
I mean, I think we have to, don't you?
Yeah.
I'd rather walk up the river with something than nothing, you know?
I'm not, score the 8-incher.
Uh-oh, we got something. It's not big, and I knew that was going to be the case.
There we go. 8 3/4.
Okay, we're going to mark it up, record it. My goodness, there's 10 minutes left. I'm done.
They may be just starting.
All right. Woo.
9 1/4.
You're done, aren't you?
I'm done.
9.5 inches on the board.
No, 9 1/4.
9 1/4. I'm a fisherman.
But we can get the thing to 9 3/4 by the time we get to the truck. Don't worry.
5 minutes.
Go on!
I got 10 1/4.
I'm pretty confident that won't do it, but you know, we'll see. There's some big fish down here, and I'm not too hopeful, but at least when my name comes down, there won't be a dash. There'll be 10 inches.
Hey, that's 10 1/4 inches. I can tell you this, the evening anglers certainly have larger fish in mind, but so did the morning anglers. You'd think Foster Hetherington would be shocked to know his panfish now holds the lead? So, from 10-inch fish, we head out to some 65-footers at tree topping. After this morning's flight, biggest fish to come off the water, 10 1/4 inches. That is tough fishing.
This is about prospecting the water you've never fished before. And what we found out for newbies, the truckee can be tricky. This afternoon in the second flight, our #1 caster, Mike McFarland, was the only top caster to pick the afternoon flight. Once he found out that, he said, did I screw up? Why was he asking that question? 100 degrees out. It is hot. Well, we are going to find out.
Water temps now in the mid-60s, which usually means sluggish fish. Got to put the fly on their noses, and the right noses. Only 5% of the fish here go over 12 inches. If there was ever a time to beat the odds, now'd be good. On Section 1, last year's champ Pete Big Fish Erickson of Boise, Idaho. Section 2, it's our youngest angler, 23-year-old Lance Egan of Sandy, Utah. On 3, last year's silver medalist Andy Fisher of Cody, Wyoming. And the winner of our casting competition, Mike McFarland from Bellwood, Pennsylvania. Tom Ferentz of Lower Borough, Pennsylvania will fly Section 5. And Wise River, Montana is proudly represented by Lance Stanfield on Section 6.
It's going to be just like fishing. Just hope you get a big one. I didn't cast very well yesterday. I kind of deserve what I got.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, start fishing.
Come on, baby, on the first cast.
Oh, see that flash?
Yeah. I felt it too.
Did you?
Yeah.
Hard to tell how big he was, but that was a pretty big flash.
It was definitely a brown trout.
Pete Erickson has certainly earned a rep for teasing big browns out of the most unlikely circumstances. Last year, he caught the Great Outdoor Game's biggest fish on record from the worst section at the worst time.
Sweet. That's a big fish.
Oh, don't lose him, please. Lordy, lordy.
This could be the fish right here. Strike that. This is the fish right
That
here.
tenacity landed him on the U.S. fly fishing team, then at the World Championships in Spain, where he finished 24th, leaving about 100 seasoned competitors in his wake.
As a gold medalist, my year's been great. More than anything, I'm psyched that I get to come back here.
As we get set to go for the 3-hour evening flight, the winner of our casting competition, Mike McFarland, possibly rethinking that choice to fish late. Little does he know that door here is still wide open. When we come back, we'll find out who steps through. If you're just joining us, here's our golden rule. Longest fish wins. If you want to score it, gotta quit fishing. Well, so far, no one in Flight B has scored one, so a 10 1/4 inch fish from Flight A leads. Yes, even the country's top anglers get the blues.
There's a fish I've been after for about 20 years. It's just as clever as a trout can be. Lives in a pool up in a mountain stream. You know, I think he must have psychic abilities.
What do you think, man? Is that a keeper?
1 hour, left.
Going down.
The Truckee River is ruthless. Takes no prisoners.
It'd take a pretty good miracle right now for something to happen.
I'm gonna try a leech pattern. Kind of a last resort. There's a fish. He's not very big, Bill, but we might measure him anyway. What do you think? 10? 11?
11.
11?
Yep.
Goodness. Certainly no record fish. Thank you, sir. Off he goes. 11 incher.
Tough decision. Slow as it's been.
I think I'm calling it. 11 inch. Slow as it's been with an hour left. It's the first fish we've landed.
Yeah. It's been
Let's
very
sign
slow.
off on it. Let's get out of here. I'm thirsty.
So Lance, you got an hour left to go, but you've come off the water with an 11-inch fish. What were you thinking before you got on the water?
My friend and I got here a few days early and got a chance to fish about 3 different sections of water, and just purely by chance, we got to fish this exact stretch. And I caught a couple of enormous fish in that pre-fish. Unfortunately, I didn't get them today.
So Lance Egan of the 110 miles of Truckee River, he picks the 2 that we actually have the competition on still, walking away with an 11-inch fish with an hour to go.
So either he is completely insane or he knows when to hedge his bets. When we return, we'll find out what happens in the Great Outdoor Games One Fish competition when you hold on a pair of deuces. Right now, Lance Egan is the only angler in Flight B to stop fishing, banking on an 11-inch fish. And now it looks like Lance Stanchfield is ready to follow, effervescent as always.
I'd say it was real close to the 2-hour point. I was thoroughly disgusted. About 25 minutes left. I pulled out a CDC caddis out of my little dry box. It's the only big caddis I had in there. I threw it over there. He ate it the first cast.
He's over 10 1/4, so he goes 10 1/2.
Man, this is tough. I'm done.
You done?
Done.
10 1/2.
Kind of disgusting.
Tough fishing for Lance and tough decisions at the end. Let's head upstream and see how the other anglers are doing.
Mike, you have about 3 minutes left.
1 minute, Pete.
4, 3, 2, 1. Stop fishing.
Well, I hope the other people had a little more success than I did.
Well, Mr. Fisher might be comforted to know he did not suffer alone. Every once in a blue moon, an 11-inch fish will best the country's top anglers. So a tough day of fishing ends where it should, the Backstop Bar in Verdi, Nevada.
Mark Malone along with Steve Perino. And Steve, we've had temperatures here that have hovered near the century mark. I don't think anybody would have ever thought that anglers fishing in the afternoon might have caught the winning fish in this competition.
Right, and all the best casters who got to pick first, they picked the morning because they were thinking cool temperatures at night, cool water in the morning. But some of the local anglers are saying, hey, there's a hatch comes off in the evening, you might get some bigger fish coming up. Bottom line, they're still scratching their head. They got no idea what's going on out there.
Well, they're about to introduce the winners. Let's listen in.
Now for the medalists for the 2003 ESPN Great Outdoor Games Fly Fishing Competition with a 10 1/4-inch fish. Bronze medalist Foster Hetherington. From Wise River, Montana with a 10 1/2-inch fish, Mr. Lance Stanchfield. Gold medalist, 2003 ESPN Fly Fishing, Lance Egan with 11-inch fish. Let it go, buddy. Let's give all these anglers a big round of applause.
Along with Lance Egan, our gold medal winner, and congratulations, first of all. You're from Utah. I don't know how often you fish waters in the western area. Was heat a factor in today's competition?
I think water temperature was a factor. It made the fish inactive and tough fishing. I mean, it was brutal.
And you left actually an hour early before the cutoff time.
I did. I got out early. I didn't want to put it to the last minute.
Well, I'll tell you what, you did a great job. 11 inches and a gold medal here at the Great Outdoor Games. Congratulations to Lance Egan. I'd like to remind you to stay tuned here because at 9 o'clock Eastern Time on ESPN, we've got a couple of gold medals to give out. That would be in the large super weave and also in the women's log rolling competition. Until then, I'm Mark Malone saying so long from Reno, Tahoe, the 2003 Great Outdoor Games.